What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. In today's video, I want to get into the New York Jets reporting for training camp and the latest on the Haasan Reddick contract situation. Today is the day, baby. The New York Jets are there for training camp on July 23rd. Practices beginning very soon. Football is back. The off season, it felt never ending. Am I the only one here who thought that it felt never ending? Because for me, it was going all the way back to just, I don't know, but basically how the season ended. It was a disaster. We know, but we're all excited for the 2024 NFL season. And it was awesome to see the likes of Aaron Rodgers walking into training camp, rocking his clear Egypt shirt, which you know that's a double bird to the media who gave him a hard time about missing minicamp. We talked about Aaron Rodgers yesterday and his situation with missing minicamp and how he explained the difference between OTAs and minicamp and just how things used to be in the NFL and how they are now and how the league used to be a lot tougher, all those things. But moral of the story, Aaron Rodgers back in the building. Sauce Gardner was rocking a Darrelle Revis shirt. We got people reporting the slow-mo videos of guys walking in. There's not going to be a whole lot going on today, but it's exciting. You're allowed to get excited about the guys showing up and being in the building and the official start of the 2024 season, which is, again, pretty much what today is. Now, the second part isn't so great, but it's not really all that surprising if you've been following along. Haasan Reddick is holding out, and that is something that he did. He did not show up to OTAs. He did not show up to minicamp, and he will be fined $50,000 a day for every single day that he misses. He is looking for a new contract, and I really like this tweet from Ian Rappaport, which I think does a very good job of explaining the situation for the New York Jets. The Jets traded for Haasan Reddick on April 1st, and he has been seeking a new deal since that time. While a full-blown extension may be unlikely, an adjustment to this year, the final year of the contract he signed with the Eagles, would likely result in Reddick showing up. Okay. So we're getting a little bit more information. It's not like you got to do like this 4-year mega contract extension for a guy who's going to be 30 years old. And I get it, like Haasan has been way underpaid, way undervalued, and he is looking to cash in one more time as he approaches 30 years old. Like I get that from the player's perspective. From the Jets side of things, I don't think it's appropriate for them to give this long mega deal, like a 3-4 year deal. At the absolute most, I am tacking on an additional year in 2025. The reason being that kind of aligns with this 2-year Aaron Rodgers window that you have, and then kind of the rest is history. When you're seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions. Morgan & Morgan doesn't settle for lowball offers. They achieved significant verdicts in the past couple of months for victims involved in life-altering car crashes. It only takes a few short minutes to see if you have a case, and the fee is absolutely free unless you win. Over 3 million people like you call them every single year in their time of need, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients over the years. If you've ever gotten seriously injured, your case could be worth millions, and you're only a few clicks away from potentially changing your life. It's so easy. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan at forthepeople.com/Matt, found in the description, or by scanning the QR code on your screen from your phone's camera. You can contact Morgan & Morgan today. He has no guaranteed money left on his deal for this year in 2024. So kind of like what the Giants did with their wide receiver, Darius Slayton. He was on the verge of holding out. They redo his contract to get him some more money, add in some incentives. He shows up and that's it. And that's what I think the Jets would have to do here with Haasan Reddick. Now, I really would like Haasan Reddick to be here. I made the comparison with Darrelle Revis when he had his contract holdout in 2010. He shows up a week before the season starts and has an all-pro season. I don't want it to go that long. I think if this drags into August, that's when I'm getting a little bit concerned. But I've seen, and like in my comments on YouTube or just on social media, I've gotten people who are saying, well, trade him, get rid of him. And I get the frustration that fans have with Haasan Reddick. You know, he was acquired to be a Bryce Huff replacement, and you know, thought that there was going to be a major impact there from the Jets on their defensive line. But if you were to move on from Haasan Reddick, then your edge rushing group is then weak, because yes, you have Jermaine Johnson, who had a very nice year two last year, really solid player. After that, you're banking on Will McDonald to take that step. I think this year he's going to be significantly more involved, and probably, you know, edge rusher 3 in the rotation with Haasan Reddick, which is fine for now. I think that's, you know, always been their plan. I think he's going to be productive in a rotational pass rush role. But then beyond that, you get to the likes of Michael Clemens and then undrafted free agents. And we know how much the Jets like to rotate on the defensive line. They're not a team that could only have 2 edge rushers. They need their guys to be, they need to be 4 deep. And after moving on from, you know, John Franklin Myers and Bryce Huff, yes, you bring in Haasan Reddick, but then if you were to bail out on that one, you hit the panic button, say get out of here, and sell low. That would also be selling low. It makes no sense. Then you're really, really weak at edge rusher, and there are really no good replacements left. So I think this is going to get all ironed out at the end of the day. It's just a little bit uncomfy right now for Jet fans because, well, again, they were all excited, myself included, about adding Haasan Reddick, and then the contract situation, it always adds a little bit of a wrinkle. So it shouldn't take crazy long to do. Again, this is something like redo the last year of the deal, add on an extra one. Like, those are pretty much your 2 options. This is not going to be Haasan Reddick cashing in on a 4-year, $100 million contract extension type of scenario. I know this one's been talked about to death, but Danielle Hunter is a good example of what a contract could look like. He got right around 2 for $50, if I'm not mistaken. So somewhere in that range is probably likely where we're headed. But anyway, just wanted to come on quick and talk about this. We'll be back if more news comes out for the New York Jets today on Report Day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Talking Jets is back later tonight, by the way. Wanted to point that out there, that if you've missed Talking Jets, we are back tonight. You could also get your tickets to our group outing, the Talking Jets group outing. We are going to Jets Broncos, all-inclusive ticket. Make sure to get them while supplies last. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Matt O'Leary. We'll catch you next time.